Hey everybody, so as you know, this week is filler week because we have to research and film the next few episodes, so I asked you guys on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook what are some topics you would like me to cover on filler week. And since this is the year 2018, a lot of you have suggested the World Cup. As I'm sure many of you are already fully aware, the World Cup will be held in June, hosted by Russia this year, and then Qatar in 2022. Yeah, when I was personally in Qatar, I saw tons of signs that said like World Cup 2022, like they've been preparing for it for years. So for those of you that are not too savvy on the topic, what is the World Cup? As explained by the perfect candidate, me, an American. Nah, seriously, we Americans, we don't have a problem with soccer, but we're just kind of like, eh. Whereas the rest of the world is like, yeah! But before we begin, I just want to give a quick shout out. As you know, Geography Now is an educational channel, mostly. And once again, I want to give a huge thank you to one of our favorite educational partners, The Great Courses Plus, for sponsoring this video. The Great Courses Plus is a subscription on-demand video learning service with amazing lectures and courses taught by highly accredited professors, many Ivy League, as well as experts from many places like National Geographic, the Smithsonian, and the Culinary Institute of America. Get unlimited access to a huge library of over 8,000 video lectures covering everything from science, math, history, literature, how to cook, play chess, or become a better photographer. New lectures are added every month. Personally for me, I like clicking on the travel tab and then seeing what they got in there. They have a great new lecture series on Japan. Check it out. Show your support for Geography Now by subscribing to the Great Courses Plus. You can do it by going to this link right here, or it'll be in the description of this video. Thanks, Great Courses Plus. All right, so now back to the topic at hand. What is the World Cup? To begin, in the 1928 Olympics, Uruguay won the Olympic soccer football match, and then suddenly everybody was like, why don't we take this sport and just like make a World Cup out of it? And that's how the World Cup was born. Since 1930, every 4 years, a World Cup has been held, except for in 1942 and 1946 because of World War II. And out of all the World Cups, only 8 countries have won. Brazil with the most at 5, and they are the only team to have played every single World Cup. Next with Germany and Italy at 4 each, Argentina and Uruguay with 2 each, and England, France, and Spain with 1 each. Oh, and keep in mind, it's specifically England, not UK. Just, politics, Let's just put it this way. The World Cup is the world's most viewed and followed sporting event, more than the Olympics. It's estimated that somewhere around 1/9 of the entire world's population watches it. But how do you get into the World Cup? Well, first of all, you have to belong to a member association team that is qualified to enter, and today there are over 200 across the world. Since 1998, the World Cup has a 32-slot format to begin. In 2018, a total of 208 member association teams entered the preliminary competition to hold one of the 31 qualifying spots in addition to the host country that automatically qualifies, this year being Russia. Qualification, though, is not divided equally amongst the countries. It's actually weighted so that the best teams from across the globe can compete. So that means Europe gets 13 slots, South America gets 4.5, Africa gets 5, Asia gets 4.5, North, Central, and Caribbean America gets 3.5, and Oceania doesn't get a reserved spot and has to win a playoff to qualify. The draw is a little confusing, but you get it after a while. To draw, all the teams are put into one of 4 pots based off of ranking. So pot 1 has the highest rank and pot 4 has the lowest rank, and so on. From there, they move all the teams in order of pots into 8 groups. The rule is you cannot have a geographical clash. That means no 2 teams from the same continent confederation can be put in the same group except for Europe. Since they have so many qualifying teams, they're allowed to have 2 European teams per group. I think, right? Yeah, 2, up to 2, yeah. This is done so that systematically you cannot have 2 top ranking teams in each group. Oh, and when 3 or more strong teams are put in the same group, that's called the team of death. When all the groups are selected, each team plays the other 3 in their group, getting 3 points for a win, 1 point for a tie, and none for a loss. From there, the top 2 teams of each group move on to the next round, known as the top 16 or the knockout stage. And from there, the bloodbath begins, and it's a single elimination for each win. And finally, whoever comes on top is the winner. Oh, and keep in mind, in 2026, they're planning to expand the competition to 48 teams. And yes, keep in mind, over the years, there have been some diplomatic controversies with the games. For example, in the very first World Cup, Europeans were complaining because it would take a 3-week-long boat ride just to get to Uruguay, the host country. So in the end, only 4 European countries competed. Of course, the games were canceled in World War II. Back in the 70s, Germany was still split between East and West hosted, which was kind of awkward in the Cold War era times. Then there was that whole 2015 corruption scandal case. But overall, the games bring people from all over the world to watch with excitement. Just when you confidently think you know what's gonna happen, a shocker hits you with a left hook, and suddenly, the Netherlands did what to Spain? And even if your team doesn't win, there's always like memorable moments and injuries and questionable injuries and Luis Suarez biting everything. And it's fun because, you know, it's a game. and everybody likes games. So yeah, that's about it. The World Cup explained to you by an American. I hope I did all right. Did I do all right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like. And yeah, stay cool. Stay tuned.